There are many characters in anime who represent the average student without any unique traits. They are often forgotten or easily overshadowed by other characters that more obviously have special physical powers, skills, or abilities. The top 10 anime characters hiding their powers is a list that focuses on anime, where the main character, often an ordinary high school student, hides his special ability to defeat others with strength. Sometimes he may not hide it, but simply wants to make friends and is afraid to being ostracized for his tremendous power. This list compiles the top 10 anime where the OPMC hides his power, but ends up not being able to hide it forever. In at number 10, we have the disastrous life of Psyche K. To the average person, psychic abilities might seem a blessing for Kusuo Psyche. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Gifted with a wide assortment of supernatural abilities ranging from telepathy to X-ray vision, he finds this so-called blessing to be nothing but a curse, as all the inconveniences his power constantly pile up. All Kusuo aims for is an ordinary, hassle-free life, a life where ignorance is bliss. Unfortunately, the life of a psychic is far from quiet. Though Kusuo tries to stay out of the spotlight by keeping his powers a secret from his classmate, he ends up inadvertently attracting the attention of many odd characters, such as the empty-headed Riki Nenduo and delusional Shun Kaido. Forced to deal with the craziness of the people around him, Kusuo comes to learn that the ordinary life he has been striving for is a lot more difficult to achieve than expected. In at number 9, we have Full-Time Magister. The aloof high schooler Mofan has found himself in a universe similar yet distinctly different from his own mundane one. It's a place where magic has replaced the essence of science. Here, the most capable students are taught to master the wonders of spellworking to fend off large, devastating beasts that lurk in the forest surrounding the city. Like his previous life, Mofan remains the son of a poor laborer and the older stepbrother to a crippled sister. Despite these disadvantages, he dreams of attending a magic school to become a magician, a highly respected and lucrative trade. In order to repay his father for his hard work, Mofan is accepted into a renowned magic institution. However, rumors spread about his poverty and lack of magic ability, labeling him as the laughing stock of the school. Nonetheless, Mofan manages to harness not only the powerful fire element, but also the rare lightning element. Now, armed with dual abilities, what dangerous encounters will the versatile mage face? In at number 8, we have the daily life of the immortal king. As a cultivation genius who has achieved a new realm every 2 years since he was a year old, Wang Ling is a near invincible existence with prowess far beyond his control. But now that he's 16, he faces his greatest battle yet, senior high school. With one challenge after another popping up, his plans for a low-key high school life seem further and further away. In at number 7, we have the World Trigger. When a gate to another world suddenly opens on Earth, Mikado City is invaded by strange creatures known as neighbors, malicious beings impervious to traditional weaponry. In response to their arrival, an organization called the Border Defense Agency has been established to combat the neighbor menace through special weapons called triggers. Even though several years have passed after the first gate opened, neighbors are still a threat and members of Border remain on guard to ensure the safety of the planet. Despite this delicate situation, members in training such as Osamu Mikumo are not permitted to use their triggers outside of the headquarters. But when the mysterious new student in his class is dragged into a forbidden area by bullies, they are attacked by neighbors, and Osamu has no choice but to do what he believes is right. Much to his surprise, however, the transfer student Yuma Kuga makes short work of the aliens, revealing that he is a humanoid neighbor in disguise. In at number 6, we have Parasite the Maxim. All of a sudden, they arrived. parasitic aliens that descended upon Earth and quickly infiltrated humanity by burrowing into the brains of vulnerable targets. These insatiable beings acquire the full control of their host and are able to morph into a variety of forms in order to feed on unsuspecting prey. 16-year-old high school student Shinichi Izumi falls victim to one of these parasites, but it fails to take over his brain, ending up in his right hand instead. Unable to relocate, the parasite, now named Miji, has no choice but to rely on Shinichi in order to stay alive. Thus, the pair is forced into an uneasy coexistence and must defend themselves from hostile parasites that hope to eradicate this new threat to their species. In at number 5, we have Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor. Sistine Feibel and her best friend Rumia Tingle are students at a prestigious magical academy, where Sistine hopes to be trained by the best in order to unravel the secrets of the mysterious Sky Castle, as per her grandfather's last wish. When her favorite instructor suddenly retired, his replacement, Glenn Raiders, is anything but what Sistine had hoped for. The bastard magic instructor appears to be lazy, incompetent, and not that skilled at magic. He's not a certified teacher, nor does he have a high rating in the guild. What they do not know is that he's hiding his power, and that he's a former assassin from the Imperial Court mage forms, with a remorseful past who is suffering severe depression. In episode 2, there's an attack on the school by the previous instructor, and the Glen Radars is forced to show his true powers. Sistine is baffled as she had just misjudged him to be incompetent. As the BMI's student draw him out of his depression, he finds meaning in the activity of teaching. This whole season is complete with a promise for eventful things to come. Topics that are dealt with are depression, friendship, family relationships, adoption, siblings, following one's dream, and quest for power and more. In at number 4, we have The Blue Exorcist. Blue Exorcist follows Rin Okumura, who appears to be an ordinary, somewhat troublesome teenager. That is until one day he's ambushed by demons. His world turns upside down when he discovers that he is in fact the very son of Satan, and that his demon father wishes for him to return so that they can conquer Asaya together. Not wanting to join the king of Gehenna, Rin decides to begin training to become an exorcist so that he can fight to defend Asaya alongside his brother Yukio. In at number 3, we have Mob Psycho 100. 8th grader Shigeo Mob Kageyama has tapped into his inner wellspring of psychic prowess at a young age, but a power quickly proves to be a liability when he realizes that a potential danger in his skills, choosing to suppress his power. Mob's only present use for his ability is to impress his longtime crush Tsubumi, who soon grows bored of the same old tricks. In order to effectuate control on his skills, Mob enlists himself under the wing of Arataka Raiken, a con artist claiming to be a psychic who exploits Mob's powers for pocket change. Now, exorcising evil spirits on command has become a part of Mob's daily monotonous life. However, the psychic energy he exerts is barely the tip of the iceberg. If his vast potential and unrestrained emotions run berserk, a cataclysmic event that would render him completely unrecognizable will be triggered. The progression towards Mob's explosion is rising, and attempting to stop it is futile. In at number 2, we have Charlotte. Yu Otosaka appears to be just another charming and intelligent teenager. He has a secret. He has the ability to slip into people's minds and fully control their body for 5 seconds at a time. Yu has been using this skill for years to gain the highest grades, which allowed him to enter a prestigious high school. When the enigmatic Nao Tomori catches Yu using his power, she coerces him and his sister Ayumi into transferring to Hishinome Academy, a school for students with supernatural abilities. The student council of the school, led by Nao, is tasked with secretly tracking down adolescents who abuse their power. Yu is forced to join the student council, and together they face formidable challenges that bring him closer to the shocking truth that his own seemingly incomplete ability might be more powerful than he could have ever imagined. So finally, at number 1, we have the irregular at Magic High School. In the dawn of the 21st century, magic, long thought to be folklore and fairy tales, has become a systematized technology and is thought as a technical skill. In first high school, the institution for magicians, students are segregated into 2 groups based on their entrance exam scores. Blooms, those who receive high scores, are assigned to the first course, while weeds are reserved students assigned to the second course. Mahuka Kuoko no Retosui follows the siblings Tatsuya and Miyuki Shiba, who are enrolled in the first high school. Upon taking the exam, the prodigious Miyuki is placed in the first course, while Tatsuya is relegated to the second course, though his practical test scores and status as a weed show him to be magically inept. He possesses extraordinary technical knowledge, physical combat capabilities, and unique magic techniques makes Tatsuya irregular at a magic high school. So, thanks for watching. Do make a comment below. Which one have you seen? Do share your experience. Don't forget to like the video. Do press the bell icon to get notified about the latest videos and news trends. Till then, take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.